Hi, my name is George Coles. I'm from Canada and I've been teaching for 3 years. So the testing was difficult. It was a new concept for me to prepare lesson plans the way that this course had taught. Worked for a different English company, and we followed course materials, and everything was so structured already. So it was interesting for me to learn a new way to develop lesson plans. I enjoyed learning it, and it helped me when I started teaching for everyday English. I miss my kids back in America, and being around kids gives me lots of energy, and I like to use their energy to give me energy and have fun and play games. And teaching English to Russian kids has just been a very amazing experience. I have only taught in Russia, and I have visited approximately 25 countries. My favorite countries have been Thailand, Chile, of course Russia, because I live here now. I have been to Nigeria and Africa, and I don't recommend this place at all. But every place is always a new experience and a way to learn and grow. In America, I was a Boy Scout leader, and I had been working with kids for over 10 years. And for me, it's very exciting to watch kids grow and develop and learn new things. Or sometimes you even find out that some kids already know how to do some of these things, and they're willing to help you and teach other kids. So you never know what you're going to find when you teach children. And for me, getting the energy and excitement from them when they're doing exciting things is absolutely worth it. I think probably the funniest thing that I've ever experienced was during summer camp. We were teaching the kids a science experiment where you take Mentos and put tape around them and stick it to the lid of the bottle of soda, Coke, and you put it inside, and then you put it on the ground, and it's supposed to explode. And this boy, he didn't quite throw it straight up and down like this, but he threw it at an angle with the front facing him. So when he threw it down, it exploded and sprayed him all from head to toe in cola. And it was the most stunning moment I've ever seen in a science experiment about what not to do. So for me, I've been traveling to Russia for over 21 years. I've always been fascinated with this country when I was a kid. And when I came back and saw how much the country had changed, it was like really amazing. And I feel at home here. I feel the people are really welcoming, even though when you look at them from first glance, maybe they seem kind of stoic and closed. But really, the people are very open and friendly once you get to know them. And life here is good. It's an interesting place to live. There's lots of things to do in Moscow and lots of new adventures in Russia because it's such a large country like Canada. And you never know what your day is going to show. My favorite English food isn't English food. My favorite food is by far sushi. My least favorite food, English food, I guess it's not really English, it's Italian, but I just don't like pasta at all. I really, really can't stand it. As far as Russian food, when I came here 21 years ago, I used to eat pelmeni all the time. But with my allergy, now I can't eat it at all. So I guess it's my favorite and the least favorite food. But I really like to eat okroshka. Well, probably the thing I'm most proud of would be that I have seen how I have grown and learned from my years of teaching, and been able to now adapt my lessons when sometimes you think you have the most amazing lesson plan and it doesn't always go as planned. So you adapt your lessons to keep the interest of the kids. My favorite thing to do is to spend time with my wife and go for walks, or maybe sit down and have a dinner together. And it doesn't have to be a restaurant. It can be maybe just sitting in the park and having a small picnic, just having some quiet time. That's what I like to do. Russian grammar is absolutely horrible. It makes me want to bang my head on the table when I try to learn it. How do I cope with it? Well, my wife is Russian and doesn't speak much English, so I'm constantly having to learn new words and phrases in different life situations. So I guess in this way I'm lucky that I get a lot larger sample of it than I would get if I had a teacher who was teaching me, some material. But I love the language. It's very, very expressive, and you can say something so many different ways that I think it's an absolutely fascinating language. Я люблю преподавать. Я люблю преподавать.